What is going on, guys? It is Ed here. Sorry for the extended delay of absence. I just been moving to a new place. I've been going to tournaments. I've been casting tournaments. So, please let me wrap this all up for the Cardfight Vanguard news and reveals for the weeks of February 16th to March 14th. Got a lot of news and updates for you guys, so let's get right into things. First, we're going to go over some general news. I want to give you guys a quick update on the Cardfight Vanguard Fear Days 2 English dub. So the playthrough and audio recordings are going as scheduled. It's just taking a heavy time to edit, so you guys can understand what I'm thinking in my mind's eye is I want to have at least 4 to 5 episodes fully edited and ready to ship before I start posting them on the weekly basis, so that it gives me and the other talented creators time to go over the lines and do retakes if necessary. So the project is still alive, but it is just taking a lot of time. Next is we're releasing a new video this week. It is the VOD of a tournament I casted. If you saw it on Twitch, it was the Battle of the Shops Alternate Universes versus Phenomenal Games. These two LGSs picked 6 representatives, 1 for each nation, and then they fought for glory. The stream was really action-packed, and it was really enjoyable to do. You guys will see some epic gameplay, as much as every buzzword that is said for any video. But I truly enjoyed casting this, and everyone was super excited to be a part of it. So stay tuned to the VOD for that, and I am thinking I may upload the individual fights with more graphics, so that there's more context for on the field. So stay tuned for those. We have a Japanese strategy presentation on the 27th of this month. As a reminder, this is strictly for the Japanese audience and covers mainly the games only in Japan, but it gives us a mindset of what product is coming out and what changes can be made in the Japanese side of things that we'll see in English. Keep in mind, this was the stream where they announced there will be a ban list update for JP players. Now, time for the whole meat and potatoes for this video, the card reveals. Starting with Vanguard. Auto on the rearguard circle. When the attack this unit boosted hits a Vanguard. Retire this unit, choose one of your rearguards, and it gets plus 10,000 power until the end of turn. A smile blooming in the corner, Rukfi. Auto when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, choose up to 1 normal unit without Sentinel from your drop and put it to the bottom of your deck. If you chose a unit, this unit gains plus 2k until the end of turn. Wondrous Melodies. Play this with the cost of Energy Blasting 2, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and choose up to 1 normal unit with Nymph in its card name from among them, and call it to the rearguard circle, then shuffle your deck. Speaking of nymphs, Demonic Dragon Nymph, Jami, auto on the rearguard circle. When the attack this unit boosts hits a Vanguard, Energy Blast 3, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. Lightning Legend Hermit Ryodo, auto when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle. Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 Wondrous Melodies and reveal it, and put it into your hand and then shuffle your deck. Auto in the rearguard circle. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, if this unit is boosted by a unit with Nymph in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of that battle. Illusory Tunes Nymph Rekai. Continuous on the rearguard circle. If you played a Wondrous Melodies this turn, this unit gets plus 5k. Auto in the rearguard circle, once per turn. At the end of the battle, a grade 3 or greater Vanguard attacked. If your unit did not stand by a card's ability this turn, counterblast 1 and retire a front row rearguard Lightning Legend Hermit Ryodo and stand this unit. Spinning Shot Dragon. Continuous on the back row rearguard circle. During your turn, if your Vanguard is in the Malworm state, that's if you have the new Varga, and back row unit has no other rearguards, so with the same name as this unit cannot be retired by card effects, and it gains plus 5k power. Eluding Dragon. Continuous on the rearguard or guardian circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Varga in its card name, this unit gets plus 10k power and 10k shield. It's active on your opponent's turn too. It also has the secondary skill, Auto. When this unit is retired from the rearguard circle by the ability of a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Varga in its name, Soul Blast 1 and put this card actually back to your hand instead. Knight of Mutual Congratulation Ravisto. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand and you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, choose up to 1 normal unit without Sentinel and put it to the bottom of your deck, and this also gains plus 2k. Induction 5-2, continuous on the Guardian Circle. This unit gets plus 5k shield for every 2 different named cards in your order zone. So meaning if you play this in a deck like Welstra and you have 4 products, that means that this card will have a total of 15k shield. Lizard Soldier, Jisen. Auto, when a unit is rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. Demonic Dragon Mage, Joko. Auto, when this unit is rode upon by Dragritter Asbal, cost, Energy Blast 3, draw a card, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5k until the end of turn. And speaking of Asbal, Dragritter Asbal. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 or greater card with Vibel in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards, and the cost of all that unit's original auto abilities is reduced by 1 counterblast until the end of turn. Karmic Flame Dragon, Vibel Dragon. Auto on the Vanguard Circle. At the start of your main phase, Energy Charge 3. Act on the Vanguard Circle. Energy Blast 3, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If nothing was retired, this unit gets plus 5 until the end of turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it's plus 10 instead of plus 5. Note, this is not once per turn. Auto on the Vanguard Circle, once per turn. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If you Energy Blast 6 or more for the cost of this unit's abilities, Counter Blast 1, stand this unit, and it gets Drive -2 at the end of turn. Then, Soul Blast 1 card with the same name as this unit, and it gets Drive +1 until the end of turn. So as a reminder, this is Vibel. It is the card that was originally exclusive to the character from Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days 2. More support for Vibel. Constricting Bullet of Duststorm, Imbrians. This is supposed to be a Eugene card, but I guess Vibel can use it too. Continuous. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Vibel on its card name, this unit gets the following skills. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, Energy Charge 3, you cannot activate the act skill of your energy generator until the end of turn. Auto on the rearguard circle, when this unit boosts, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of battle. If this unit boosted a grade 3 or greater unit with Vibel in its name, at the end of that battle, Soul Blast 1 and stand this unit. Meaning this can help you get bigger numbers for more swings in conjunction with Vibel's own skills. Dragritter, Bishara. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, choose a grade 3 or greater card with Vibel in its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card, or you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Vibel in its card name, cost, Counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. If you did not retire, draw a card. Continuous on the rearguard circle. This unit gets plus 5k for every Energy Blast 3 paid for the cost of the act ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Vibel in its card name for this turn. Dragritter, Nilman. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, cost, Counterblast 1, and look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater card from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. If you did not reveal a card, Countercharge 1. Continuous on the rearguard circle. If your opponent's rearguard was either retired or bound this turn, this unit gets plus 5k. Delivery Tabby. Auto on the rearguard circle. When this unit attack hits, cost, Energy Blast 3, choose an order from your drop, and put it into your hand. I was talking to some people in my Discord, and they said this actually kind of goes into Vanguard pretty well, but it's a generic card, and it's also common, so we'll see how it plays out when players in Japan get their hands on it. They also announced some new product cards coming to their card game festival. One of the things is that I want to make a note of, Cardfight Vanguard, they were going to give away a card that a lot of us are interpreting, is it lets you know if your opponent's divine skill is active or not. It probably will not be mandatory to have this, especially since it's a promo for this tournament, but it's something cool. It's kind of like the V-Star card or token, I forget what it is, in Pokemon, so you know when your V-Star skill has been used or not. Back to the reveals. Petit Tilget. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, choose a grade 3 card with Omnigruzio in its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed it, or you have an Omnigruzio Vanguard that's grade 3 or greater, Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 trigger other than Over Trigger, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle the deck. Whiteout Roberus. Auto, while it's in the soul, when your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Omnigruzio and its card name was placed during the ride phase, if you do not have a rearguard on the board with the same name as this card, Soul Blast 1 other card that is not this card, and you may call it to the rearguard circle. Auto, when this unit is placed from rearguard to the soul by the ability of a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Omnigruzio, choose one of your units and it gets plus 5k until the end of turn. If your bind zone has 2 or more types of trigger icons, Energy Blast 3 and draw a card. Love Fortune Maiden Lady. Continuous on the Guardian Circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Leonor in its card name, and you have one or more grade 1 or less units, this unit gets plus 5k shield. If you have 3 or more, this gets plus 10k shield instead of 15. Honest Rendition, Sinceret. Auto, when this card is discarded from hand during your ride phase, choose a grade 3 card with either Leonor or Magnolia in its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card, or you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leonor or Magnolia in its card name, Soul Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3, and then draw a card. Act while it's in the drop. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Leonor or Magnolia in its card name, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, put this card onto the bottom of your deck and choose one of your rear guards, and that unit's original power becomes 15,000 until the end of the turn. If you Persona Road, that unit original power becomes 20,000 instead of 15. So I see so much potential with this being used in Leonor and Magnolia. Right now, I'm siding with Magnolia because it's easier to get these numbers out faster, but I do like this for Leonor because it is like a replacement for cards like Alvina and the Guncycler. Once we get the Wretches, I know I've been saying this, guys, but if we get the new Wretches like Soliron and Gandiva got, I'm gonna make Leonor Mask Hybrid best deck in format. I'm just saying it right here. Wild Master Falern. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, choose up to one normal unit without Sentinel, and you know the rest. Come around, Rapul. Auto, when this unit is put on the Guardian Circle, if a card was put into your damage zone this turn, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets plus 10,000 shield till the end of that battle, making it a 15k guard. Now, my second archetype that I love in this game, Direful Doll Artea. Auto on the rearguard circle, when this unit boosts, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Direful Doll in its card name, choose up to one card with Direful Doll in its card name from your drop and put it into your soul. This unit gains 5,000 power at the end of battle, and then at the end of that battle, bind it. The effect is mandatory. Direful Doll Concerata. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to one card with Direful Doll in its card name from among them, put it into your soul, and then shuffle your deck. Auto in the rearguard circle, when your other rearguard is bound during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Direful Doll in its card name, cost, bind this unit, choose 2 of your units, and they gain plus 5k until the end of turn. Airy Tempo, Perzuil. Auto in the rearguard circle, when this unit attacks, if your unit was returned from rearguard to hand by an ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard, put the grade 2 or less card from your hand into your soul, draw a card, and this unit gets plus 10k until the end of battle. Demonic Teaser Wilsha. Continuous on the rearguard circle, during your turn, if your Vanguard has the Dress Up ability, this unit gets plus 5k. Auto in the rearguard circle, at the end of the battle this unit attacked, retire this unit, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to one card with the Dress Up ability from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Audacious Princess, Kakomi, or Kakomai. Auto in the back row rearguard circle, once per turn, when your grade 3 or greater unit attacks from the back row center column, all your units in the center column gain plus 5k until the end of turn. Auto in the rearguard circle, at the end of the battle this unit boosted, if your grade 3 or greater unit attacks the total of 2 or more times, cost Energy Blast 2 and put this card to the bottom of your deck, and then choose a grade 3 or greater card with a different name from your Vanguard from your drop, and put it to your hand. Either if 2 different grade 3 units attack, or if the same one attacked twice. I just wanted to make that quick clarification, and thank you Kairos for pointing it out. Ado as Light Angel. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle during your battle phase, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Soliron in its card name, counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards, and stand it. Continuous on the rearguard circle, if a normal unit was revealed by the ability of your Vanguard with Soliron in its card name, this unit gains plus 5k. Preserve Wizard. Auto in the rearguard circle, when this unit boosts, if a normal unit was revealed by the ability of your Vanguard with Soliron in its card name, this unit gets plus 5 until the end of battle, and at the end of that battle, you may return this unit to your hand. Swing on a Swing, Runaro. Auto in the rearguard circle, once per turn. When this unit attack hits, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units and it gains plus 10k until the end of turn. Stealth Theme, Fukuromuji. Auto, when this unit is put on the Guardian Circle from hand, counterblast 1, choose up to one trigger other than the over trigger from your drop and call it to the Guardian Circle. Blitz Mechanic, Baron. So this card is actually pretty goated and helps the consistency with Lustra a lot. I just have to adjust a few ratios to make room for him, but you'll understand why when I say the skill. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Blitz in its card name, and your order zone does not have a grade 2 product, put a card from hand into soul, search your deck for up to one grade 2 product card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle the deck. Continuous on the Guardian Circle. If your order zone has 2 or more products, this unit gets plus 5k shield, making it a 10k shield. Blitz Security Varnished. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Blitz in its card name, choose up to one set order from your drop and put it to the bottom of your deck or into soul. Auto on the rearguard circle. When your Vanguard with Welstra in its card name and Divine Skill attacks, Soul Blast 1 and retire this unit, choose a product from your order zone and operate it. This card is also good for being able to get more operations for basically free out of Freischütz Maximum. Beautiful Princess of Placidity, Ardali. Auto in the rearguard circle once per turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, put a rearguard with a different card name than this unit into your soul, and this unit gets plus 5k power until the end of turn. Appearing Nightmare, Demia. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, choose a grade 3 card with Drajuled in its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you have revealed a card, or you have a grade 3 or greater of a Vanguard with Drajuled in its card name, counterblast 1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to one card with Demonic Stone Dragon in its name, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then shuffle the deck. If you did not put a card into your hand, Soul Charge 2. Speaking of Demonic Stone Dragons, Demonic Stone Dragon, Lithosagor. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Drajuled in its card name, Energy Blast 3 and draw a card. Auto while it's on the rearguard circle once per turn. When this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater, if your soul has 4 or more cards with different grades, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of turn. Auto in the rearguard circle. When you soul blast 4 or more cards at the same time by a cost of an ability of a Vanguard with Drajuled in its card name, counterblast 1 and stand this unit. Then they gave us an update on the Vergilia and Astaria star decks. So in the Vergilia, they'll be reprinting Union in the Sky and Shenri, and in the Astarian deck set, they'll be reprinting Twincast and Philander, but I do have to make it known, these are only coming in quantities of 1. They will not give you a playset of these cards, even though we really need a reprint of them. Auto in the rearguard circle once per turn. When this unit is stood by a card's ability, Energy Blast 3, and all your rearguards in the same column as this unit get plus 5 until the end of turn. Greedy Ticket Vendor, Bellerin. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, if there are 2 or more different set orders in your order zone, you can either Soul Charge 1 or Energy Charge 1. Spectacular Dragon, continuous on the rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or Vanguard with Bastion in its card name, that could be any of the forms of Bastion, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects, and it gains plus 5k, which is also active on your opponent's turn too. Auto, when this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose a grade 3 card with Bastion in its card name from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card, or you have a grade 3 or greater card with Bastion in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k shield. And then here is that cards from that second starter deck, Estacion. This is his starter, it's just his name, Estacion. Legend of Rambu, Estacion. Auto, when this unit is placed upon by Legend of Raho, Estacion, cost Soul Blast 1 Estacion. This is specifically targeting the starter. And you may reveal a grade 3 with Estacion from your ride deck. And you will call a blast token to the back center rearguard circle. And then, what is the blast token? This is the blast token. So it has the following skills. Continuous on the rearguard circle. This unit cannot be moved to any other circles. If you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, this unit gets all the following. This unit cannot be affected by your opponent's cards, and it cannot be chosen, retired, locked, bound, moved, anything. It just cannot. Act on the rearguard circle. Once per turn, cost, put 2 to 3 of your other rearguards face up as a plant token gauge for this unit, and then draw a card. Continuous on the rearguard circle. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, all your front row units get plus 5k for every 3 in this unit's gauge. And we are getting a brand new plant token for this deck, and this is its new art if you don't want to run the actual plants. Legend of Raho Estacion. When this unit is placed by riding from Legend of Rambu Estacion, search your deck for up to 1 Vital Blaze Blast, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. What is Vital Blaze Blast, you ask? It's this card. You play this with if you have the Vanguard Estacion in its card name and Soul Blasting 1. Put this card face up as the plant gauge for your blast token. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up the 1 unit card with less than or equal to the opponent, your Vanguard. From among them, call it to the rearguard circle, then shuffle the deck. If you did not call a card, call a plant token to the rearguard instead. Auto skill: when this card as a plant gauge is discarded during your turn, choose one of your blast units and it gains plus 5k until the end of turn. Legend of Shiku Estacion. Act on the Vanguard circle once per turn. If you have a blast token, when this effect would place a plant token, put it face up as a plant gauge for your blast token. Cost: counterblast 1. Call up the 1 plant token from to the rearguard. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose a card from among them, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you have 6 or more plant gauges, look at the top 5 cards of your deck instead of the top 3. You could look at the top 5 if this effect puts the 6 plant gauge into the gauge. When this unit attacks, cost: discard 2 of your plant gauges. Search your deck for up to 1 blast and then call it to the rearguard circle. If you searched your deck, shuffle. Also, let me make a quick clarification. When it says blast, basically a race or card type of blast. It's not talking about the blast gauge here. Just want to make that extremely clear. You can see it in the card art. Let me see if I can get my mouse. So even though it's called blast here, you can tell down here it also has the card type of blast. So it's referring to the card type and not the name of this token. You can see Estacion also has the card type blast. Rustiana, the Spring Sun. Act on the rearguard circle once per turn. If you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, Energy Blast 3, call plant token to the rearguard circle, and then that's the reminder text of the plant token. Auto on the rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, if you have 6 or more plant gauges, this unit gets plus 2k until the end of turn. Ignacio, the Summer Heat. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle by a card's ability, if you have 3 or more plant gauges, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, that unit cannot intercept and cannot stand during the stand phase. Continuous on the rearguard and guardian circle. If you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name and a blast token on the rearguard circle, this unit gets plus 5k power and 5k shield, which is also active during your opponent's turn. Grenolid of the Autumn Dawn. Auto from the drop. When your plant gauge is put during your main phase, if you have a Vanguard with Estacion and its card name, counterblast 1, and then call this card to the rearguard circle. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Estacion in its card name, call 1 plant token to the rearguard circle. And once again, that is the reminder text of the plant tokens. Solitario Frio of Winter's End. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle by the card's ability, if you have 5 or more plant gauges, until the end of your opponent's next turn, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and it gains 1 critical. Auto on the rearguard circle or in hand. At the start of the guard step of the battle, your unit with Estacion is attacked. Cost: put this card into your drop, choose one of the units being attacked, and it gains plus 10k until the end of that battle. Must be done before calling Guardians or intercepting. Can also be used if cards like Obfuscated Grade 2 is attacking both Astarion and this unit. They made that ruling during the stream. So here's the overall look of that deck, of what you're going to get if you buy the new start deck. You'll receive generic triggers, a Blessed Favor, 4 of the basic PGs, 3 mushrooms, 1 Philander, and then all the cards we went over, including 2 copies of Ghost Chase. 3 evil heads are better than 1. Choose up the 1 card from your drop and put both that and this card into your soul. This works really well with cards like Barrow Magnus, but you can also make an argument that this can be put into Chaos as well. I'll stick it on for you. Karia. Act on the rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Kyrie in its card name, put this unit into your soul, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gains plus 5k until the end of turn. Knight of War Conviction. Festival. Auto. When this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle from hand, counterblast 1, choose a trigger other than the over trigger, and call it to the Guardian Circle. Dawn of the N-Wing. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Vergilian's card name, Energy Blast 3, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and bind it. Auto in the rearguard circle. When your rearguard with Ezerwer in its card name attacks, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. Continuous on the Guardian Circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Vergilian's card name, this unit gets plus 10k shield, making it a 15k guard, making it a nice card to guard with. This is another order for Vergilia, Blazing Star Cross. Play this if you have a Vergilia Vanguard and Soul Blasting 1. Choose one of your units with Ezerwer in its card name and it gets plus 10k until the end of turn. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, it gets the red text, auto in the rearguard circle. When this unit stood by an ability of your Vanguard with Vergilia in its card name, If either your opponent's bind zone has 3 or more cards, or you Persona Road this turn, this unit gets +1 critical until the end of turn. Flare Cosmore. Auto from the drop. When your unit with Ezreal is placed, counterblast 1 and call this unit to the rearguard circle in the same column as that unit. If that unit was placed by the ability of a unit with Vergilion in its card name, this cost is reduced by counterblast 1. It also has the back row rearguard skill. When this unit with Ezreal in its card name stand during your battle phase, stand this unit. Angelic Echo Luminol. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, choose a grade 3 card with Artisaria in its card name from your ride deck. You may reveal it. If you revealed it, or you have a grade 3 or Vanguard with Artisaria in its card name, Energy Blast 2, call a Shadow Army token to the rearguard circle. That unit cannot attack until the end of turn. Auto. When this unit is put on the Guardian Circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Artisaria in its card name, cost, retire 1 to 2 Shadow Army tokens, and this unit gets plus 10k shield until the end of that battle for each retired for this cost. So this could be a 25k shield. That's nothing to sniff at. Moving on to the Magnolia reveals, Sylvan Hornbeast Rekika. Auto in the rearguard or Guardian Circle. If you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard with Magnolia in its card name, this unit gets Intercept and plus 5k shield. Auto in the back row rearguard circle. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnolia in its card name, this unit gets plus 10k until the end of turn. Sylvan Hornbeast Voidyar. When this unit attacks, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnolia in its card name, until the end of that battle, this unit gets plus 5k and your opponent cannot intercept. It also has the skill, Auto in the rearguard circle. At the end of your turn, if grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnolia in its name, if you attacked from the back row this turn, put this unit into Soul, and then draw a card. And then the brand new card. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like how the trend has been. Units that have been masked and then redeemed or, freed from the Dragon Tree's control, managed to keep their skill. So that goes along with the lore of the Dragon Tree just unlocked their potential. You can see that with the new Astorica, Magnolia. The new Leonore didn't really keep its mask skill, but it's good enough. It restands the whole board. But going off of that, this card is the best of both worlds of the grade 4 and the grade 3 mask unit. So let's get right into it. Sylvan Horned Beast Emperor Magnolia Patriarch. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, choose out the 1 card with Sylvan Horned Beast in its card name from your job and call it to the rearguard circle. Continuous on the Vanguard Circle. If your opponent's is grade 3 or greater, all of your rearguards can intercept from the back row and get plus 5k power. If you Persona Road this turn, this unit gets Drive plus 1, also active during your opponent's turn. And before you ask, no, it does not carry over between turns. That doesn't mean if you Persona Road and then you go past and then you Persona Ride again, this does not have 4 drive checks. I just want to make that clear. Act on the Vanguard Circle once per turn. Counterblast 1, choose a number of your rearguards up to the grade of your opponent's Vanguard, and they get the red text. Continuous on the Rearguard Circle, this unit can attack from the back row until the end of turn. And then they showed us the secret rare effect Magnolia Mask, and I just gotta say, it looks a little bit more vibrant than the other one, and I'm all for it. One last Sylvan Beast we want to go over, Sylvan Horned Beast Commanderate. Auto while it's in the drop, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Magnolia and its card name is placed, form one of the following. If you don't have a rearguard the same name as this, call it to the rearguard, and if your opponent's at grade 3, it gets plus 5k until the end of turn, or put this card into your soul, choose one of your Vanguards, and the cost of that unit's original act ability is reduced by 1 counterblast until the end of turn. So meaning that skill to give your entire back row attacking and intercept, that's free. Abrasive Dizona. Auto, back row, rearguard. When this unit attacked, retire this unit, choose one of your Vanguards, and gains plus 5k until the end of battle. A Gardener's Treasure. Perform one of the following. Call planet token to the rearguard circle, or you can retire one of your planet tokens, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and choose up the 1 card with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle the deck. This can be good for the start deck that we just went over, and it is also good for decks such as Roa and Grandfia. Thumbs Up Februar. Act on the rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Flame Glam in its card name, cost, retire this unit, choose a normal unit with Flame Glam in its card name from your drop, and call it to the rearguard circle. If your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn. Flame Glam supporting Drum, Rimmerl. Auto, back row, center rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Flame Glam in its card name, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of battle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, at the end of that battle, discard a card from your hand and retire this unit. Choose one of your Vanguards and increase or decrease its drive to 2 until the end of turn. Veleno Familia Flatturi. This is a card for Lascaria. Auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lascaria in its card name, Soul Charge 1, and the skill in the rearguard circle, when this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater unit with Veleno in its card name, Energy Charge 1. Veleno Familia Egregious. This has an auto skill. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater, has the insect card type, this cost can also be paid with Soul Blast 1 and Energy Blast 2 instead of its original cost. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand other than during the battle phase, Counterblast 1, choose a card from your drop with a different card name from this unit and call it to the rearguard circle. If it's a normal unit with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, or put it into your hand if it's a Blitz order. Continue this in the rearguard circle during your turn if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater insect. This unit gets plus 5k power. Auto in the rearguard circle once per turn. When a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Lascaria in its card name attacks, Counterblast 1, stand this unit, and if your opponent's grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k. And then, this is the newest Skyride promo. It's unknown how this will be distributed in English, even though it looks like we're starting to put the manga in the West. Scarlet Flame. Draw a card, choose a card from your hand, reveal it, and call it to the rearguard circle. If it's a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, discard it if it is not. Choose one of your opponent's front row rear guards and retire it. If you did not retire a card, the unit called by this effect gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. The other ability at the bottom is an act while it's in the drop. If you have a Vanguard with Overlord in its card name and your card with the same name was not bound this turn, Energy Blast 3, bind this card and perform one of the following. Search your deck up for up to one other card with Overlord in its card name and a different card name from your Vanguard, and ride it as standing, and then shuffle your deck. If you have a Vanguard with Persona Ride and you did not ride from grade 2 this turn, discard a card from your hand and then activate Persona Ride. So this is meant for Overlord. The main idea for this is to use the OG Overlord, play this card, then you ride over the end, therefore you are almost guaranteed to have the end in soul. Finally, we're going to be looking ahead at next week. On Tuesday, they'll be going over Youthberg and his new Revel dress. We have Revel Dress Rebuild as his new base form, which seems to be the replacement for the ride deck. And then his Revel Dress form Exile, I believe it's called from the show. And they'll go over that and its official cost and skills, so we know if it's gas or ass. And then on Thursday, they are revealing 3 new cards for the Heroes archetype, and one of them is going to be a triple rare Vanguard. So Dinos may get a new skill, or it could be the girl in the top left is the new Heroes Vanguard. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a big chunky video. I hope everything's okay. I'm sorry for my absence. New videos are coming soon, I swear. I'm entering my content creator era. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.